Evening all, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program, where I asked last episode about the bus that we have, and the fact that it's clearly not working. It's working, but it's just not going to be good enough. We really need. There's too many items to fit onto this area. That's the problem we have. The planets aren't big enough to have every single item on a bus. We'd go way too far and it just wouldn't work. We'd have to move this down as well. You could get maybe 50 items or something like that, so you could kind of do it, but it's not really doing the job. So what I was thinking was cutting the bus back to just being stuff that's smelted, like I've kind of got here. I've kind of got items that are smelted here, and going down that route, going down the whole let's just go with anything that can be put into the smelter. So if we go here for the recipes, all of these go onto a bus. So we'd have I'm trying to think whether that's enough of them there. I do have a list of all the items that can be smelted. I did actually do a little bit of research to find out what's going on with it, and also thank you to people that have commented and mentioned in previous episodes that we are very clearly going to be not using a bus anyway, because you use the interplanetary system for things. But I kind of like the idea of having like a manufacturing planet, just saying this planet is going to be our main. We import all the goods to this place and it makes the stuff and then it exports the stuff wherever it needs to go for things. I don't know how that works later on. I've not looked too far into that, but if not zoom in on the game, sorry, zoom in on this image that I have, also this list that I have here. The smelter can make 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 items. Is that what we've got here? 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 13 items. Interesting. What is that? Diamond or advanced diamonds? Right, I don't have that recipe in the list that we have here. We have diamonds on there, so yeah, that would be the idea. The idea would be that we'd have, essentially this planet would become maybe a smelting planet, and then we'd smelt all the items up and then maybe ship them off to wherever they need to go to. So you have, all the iron gets smelted up and put into iron, and all the copper gets done, and everything gets shipped here, smelted up and shipped off somewhere else. Not very efficient. You could do it on worlds that have it, and I don't know if we'll change that in the future, but I generally want to just have the basic materials. So the iron, copper, silicon, titanium, brick, graphite, the magnets, all that sort of stuff, just on a bus, and then we'll go with a simple I'm going down again. That's weird. I thought the sun just came up on that side. Yeah, and then we'd have obviously it just takes, rather than making cogs and putting them on the line, or gears, whatever they're called, we'll just have it take the iron off and make as many cogs or gears as it needs to do whatever it's doing further down the line, and then further down the line, and then that's the way I'm going to do this. So we'll end up making the basic tier stuff there. I know Ended Wanderer, you've sent me stuff about something quite small, making all the tier 1 items, which you don't. Yeah, I just want to do something in a different sort of way. I think that's the idea. So I like this smelting array we've got here. This works. So that's all iron over there. This is copper. This is stone. So we've got all the stuff that is iron is made there. Stuff with copper is made there. Silica uses silica actually uses stone. That's interesting. We don't want to do that. We don't want to use that recipe. That's a bit of a weird recipe. We'd much rather want to use actual silica. We'd import that in there. You then have titanium, which comes from titanium. You then have all the stone stuff, and then this is all the graphite stuff. So basically, that's your basic material on the top, and then you go down, and that's what it's made of. This is all iron, copper, blah blah. So we've got iron, we've got copper. I've then gone to stone, so I need to move these. I need to move these to add the space to put things in the correct order, because that's the way they should be. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to tear all this down and destroy the lot of it, and do what we're doing there, and then we'll just have the 8 lines. 8 lines. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 lines. So I don't want to use that. That's the only one I'm not going to have, because we're going to have silica come in by default. So yeah, so 3 for iron, 1 for copper, 2 for that. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's going to be 11 belts with the stuff on it. Although there won't be, because we haven't got many. But I'm going to do that, and then we should be right back once that's done. I'll tear this all down, and then we'll start putting it back in the correct sort of orders with the way I want to do things. And also, I am researching more things as we're going. So we need to look into our research, which would be fun, because we can run the research off that way instead. So research can be done north of here, which is not a problem. But we are currently working on a magnetic particle trap. And then we get the thruster component, which I believe thrusters is required for the Drive Mark II, this one here, which allows us to travel from world to world, which I kind of want to get. So I might have a look at what technologies I'm actually researching here. I don't think we need the rave receiver. We do need, but I'm not going to enqueue that one yet. So we'll do all these here. I've started at the bottom, going up. We'll do all these here. Then we'll add the drive engine Mark II. And we want drone engines as well. And we want mechanical frame. That'll do. There we go. And then these need yellow, don't they? Yeah. That needs... Yeah, and then hopefully the research will be done. And from the research, I did get the vein upgrade as well, which is quite useful. But yeah, from the research, we can then go to another world and figure things out. Hopefully, that's the idea. We'll get that all done, and I'll get this all done, and then we'll come back and we'll take it from there. And we're back after a lot longer than it should have really taken, if I'm honest with you. Mainly because I was getting distracted by other things. But we have our bus done. This is it. This is everything I want to do. Everything that can be smelted in the game is going to be smelted right here in the game at the moment, because I don't know if stuff might be added. But we have our iron, we have our magnets, we have our steel, which is just iron becoming steel. Anyway, we have the copper, we have the silica plates, we have these diamonds, what are these called? Crystal silicon, ready to go. We can't make any of that yet, but yeah. We have titanium ready to go, but we can't make that either. Stone, glass, graphite, which is currently being used, and we also have the diamonds being made from graphite, but we do have another recipe for that. So that may change. I'm not sure. You'll also notice I uncovered the oil vein where the bus used to be, and I put an oil thing on top of it. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I gave myself the option. So this will actually run straight past this and be absolutely fine. The only thing we have tapping into at the moment is our power system. We've moved the power up to here. It's very nice that you can run power plants like this in... they can feed each other, is what I mean here. So you just feed it into the one, and then it's got outputs on the side which will feed into the one behind it, and the one behind it, and so on and so forth. So I like that. I like that a lot. However, this may change when we got to deuterium fuel rods or something along them lines, or hydrogen fuel rods or whatever. And also, you can create graphite using oil. So we might go down that route. I think, I'm not sure, but I think oil is an infinite resource. I don't think it ever runs out. It just seems to be always produced, so yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't actually get the drive. The drive engine Mark II. We're how far through are we? 57%, and I run out of blue fuel. Not fuel. Science. Blue science packs. Run out of them. We have no more. So we need to do that. That's got to be kind of the first thing to do. And then we're going to move our science as well, because this wants to be in a different place. And I want space over here anyway, because the oil... I want to try breaking the oil down into graphite as well to feed into here, so it's like a self-contained system. And then we'll see what sort of graphite we get on top, and maybe we'll run that into the power instead if we get more graphite than I expected. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but let's grab that and go over here. I want to leave these iron veins here because we need them. So I want to leave them there for the minute. We will need them, I should say. So, well, why don't I just do the science here? That makes sense. Just do the science right here. So let me go down to my boxes. I've got a couple of floating boxes around here. Everything is tapped into like coal and copper and things like that, but it is using the boxes that we have here first. The storages first. Not that I have any storage of stone or coal, but the iron and copper is being used there. So okay, let's land. Let's fill in this gap here. So I've basically been going up to that belt and just filling in the land. I did not grab anywhere near enough. I forgot how quickly this foundation goes. But just grab the lock. Grab the lock. Come. Zoom, zoom. Much quicker flying around. Does use a lot more power though. Got to be careful of that because I don't have the power source. I'm using graphite at the moment, and it's not infinite. We're running it on coal, so yeah, it could run out, but we're okay. We're okay, I think. Okay, so we want to have one of these making the blue electromagnetic matrix. That's the word I'm after. The matrix, blue matrix. Go on. And to do that, we need circuit boards, which require copper and iron, and we require magnetic coils, which require copper and magnets. I always forget what that's. I don't know why. My brain always stumbles when it comes to that. It's just a magnet. I think it's called something way more fancy than that, like electromagnet. No, it's just called a magnet. So yeah. Right, so I left a gap around this. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to. We'll start here. We'll leave a gap around that so that I can build things in there. So we'll start here. Let's. That's the wrong button. Let's start here. So let's mark this out, shall we? So this is going to be the edge. Just lets me know where I can begin, and we are going to have to run some of these materials backwards. I think. Maybe. Actually, I don't think we will. I don't think we will. What I need to figure out is how many I want. How many... Am I happy with just having the one go? Or do I want to have... And by one I mean the research labs, these labs do. Am I happy just having one? Or should I put down more than one? Because the research requires all sorts of different things. All sorts of things. If you look here, this says it requires... well, 200 and 200. Doesn't actually tell me. 72,000... Equivalent to 12,000 seconds... 1,200 seconds workload. That doesn't tell me anything. They do actually. If I click this here, does this tell me? See, it doesn't. It doesn't until it's actually running. It doesn't let me know how many hashes a second it's using. So I can't figure out how many. Maybe I just need to make some more. How many do we want? So let's see. How do you make these? You require iron and you require glass. Well, we have glass. Some glass. We also don't have any space in our inventory. Over here to my dumping ground. Put my identification back in there. We need some iron. So let's grab some iron as well. There we go. One. And we want to make... What if we go with 5? What if we go with... Let's see how high we can stack them. I'm not sure how high I can stack them right now. 2, 3... I'm going to go 3. Let's go with 3. Let's do that. Let's go with 3. Okay. So, to make one of these requires one of each in 3 seconds. So we need to be producing one every second if we go with 3. That's easy enough. That's easy enough. So, right. If it's one every second, that's going to be dead easy to do. We can actually use this line here as well that we're going to have. Let me have a quick look see here. You want to be making magnetic coils, which requires 2 a second of the magnets and 1 copper, and you make 2, so that's already more than we need, which is awesome. And if we also say we want to make what was the other thing the blue needed? Circuits? Was circuits one? Yeah, circuits. You also make 2. Okay, so we need copper for that one, and we need copper for that one. Right, okay. Okie dokie. So basically this should be a copper line. That's what it's telling me. It's telling me this should be a copper line. So let's grab the copper. Pop, pop. That way. You can come out down here to there. And I don't think you need to be anywhere near as long as that. Okay, and we then need a few other ones added to that as well. So, but the copper is the least of it, isn't it? So that requires 1 copper, and that requires 1 copper. Yeah. So the coppers can be on the first. So that needs 2 iron, and this one needs 2 of the other. This is going to have to be moved over somewhere because we don't have enough gap between that to bring in other lines, which is fine. I do like how the lights come on as well. That's quite cool. I've never noticed that before. I think I have noticed that before, but I've never really paid attention to it, I should say. So yeah, but the lights come on as the sun goes down, which is awesome. The low-flying robots don't crash into it. Cool. So we have copper coming in. We also want to bring in magnetic coils. It's going to have to be here. That. Because that's the closest you can come into that area there. So, now we need to bring in iron, which is going to have to come from back here. Do is quite happily that along to there, down here. We only need 1 assembler to run 3 of them, don't we? I want to have the option to run more than 1 assembler of it though. Because I assume we're going to ramp up production at some point. I don't know. We must have the option of 3. We'll have the option of 3 different assemblers. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So that's 3 assemblers there for that one. Okay. And then this one. But we need power here as well. I'll have to sort out because I can't do it right now. But power there. Power on that side. So I want to have another 3 assemblers. 1, 2, 3, like so. We want the copper line up all the way, and we need to run the iron line in like this. down so that they can get access to it. Can I go back 2 and then run it down? I can. Awesome. So run it to there. There we go. Okay. And you are going to be making the... You have cores and that, so you're making those. Paste. And you are going to be making the circuits. Copy, paste, paste. Okay. And then we should just technically be able to use Mach 1 inputs and outputs. But I'm not so sure about the... Yep, that can reach over there. Awesome. Little worried that one wouldn't reach over there. And we can move those two at the end there. There we go. Boom. And then we just have, well, we need 2 lines here because we need 1 line of one line of the electromagnets and 1 line of circuits. I keep forgetting what I'm saying. I keep forgetting what I'm saying, and I'm not sure why. My brain is starting to go. Oh well. Worst things happen, I'm sure. Okay. So that can go into there, that can go into there. And then we just grab our research ones and put them right smack bang here. Or anywhere we like. We could put them over here, but I want to leave space to move that as well, so let's put it on that line there. Oh, there we go. You can't actually go into the machine, that's fine. Boom. And then you can go you into there, you into there. No, not from there. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? Why are you? What? 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 Why? Why did it go? Angle 2 wide, but it's not wide on the other side. Now you can colour me confused. That's very weird. So you need... We need 1 every 3 seconds. You know what? Well, what we can do, we can just put them on the edge here, something like this. There we go. Put them. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where I put them. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Boom. That's going to need 1 per second to go in there, which is fine. So we can do that one into there, and then we can do a Mark II one into there. The Mark II one is going to move 1 per second, and you're going to move 1.5 per second, which is fine, not a problem. We stick a power cable, smack bang into like that. And run the power cable up to there, which connects to the main power system. Plop. There we go. That's going to start these all running. And oh, I need to tell you to make blue energy cubes, and it does the whole thing at once. There we go. And it will fill the bottom one first, the bottom lab first, obviously. We'll fill the labs above it once this is both done. And everything will be awesome. We'll be getting blue matrix again. Awesome. That is exactly what we need. And the great thing is that if we need more, we can just run this line along further, because this is producing way more than it needs. And we can upgrade this to a Mark II belt as well if we need to. Yeah, these are producing... Currently, 1 machine is enough to run 3 of these. So we're producing way more than that, so we can put down even more blue cubes as we go. But you can stack these higher as you learn research, so I'm not really that fussed about it. What I do want to do is create a storage for it, however. So let's do that. Let's make a storage for it. We'll put it this side. I think that's too close. Yeah, it's too close. Put it aside. And then just go, hey, would you take out the 2 science pack and put them in there, please? Awesome sauce. And then what I suppose I could do is, if I remove those, put in 3 there, and make these the red ones. Yep. Then put in that there, remove that and that. Can't pick that up because it's too full. Pull those up, put them there, pull those up, there, there. Boom. And yeah, then we can just do that and be exactly the same thing. So hey, would you output into there? I don't think a Mark 2 is Mark 1 is actually fast enough for that, so let's upgrade that and that. There we go. Don't think it was emptying them out fast enough to unless they all go down straight to the bottom anyway. They might do. They may all just be moved to the bottom automatically, like a storage. If you stack a storage, it takes the stuff from the top and drops it in the bottom, or you can manually unload it. That's issue. It's not an issue. So now we're going to have a box of blue and a box of red, and everything will be awesome. And I have 2 more ones here. Unfortunately, I can't put them directly in between them because I didn't space them out properly. So I'm going to do that. We're going to do that right now. Let's do that and. Just to make it look good. It's a bit weird because it's a round planet, so it doesn't actually work that way. I'll put something there for the minute, I'm afraid. And put that there. Put the back in like that. There we go. And I wonder if I can actually get that inside. I mean, I could. I don't know whether you can actually connect to them. I think that's too close. Yeah, it's too close. Won't let me do that way. That's fine. That is fine because we can do the whole. We could move it out by 2. Let's do that. Let's move it out by 2. So 1 and 2. No. Well, you put down that. That's going to severely help with everything because it just frees up an inventory space. There we go. Don't know why I've got the solar panel on me still. I think I moved it when I moved the power plants. Just didn't do anything with it. So, like that. And then we can put down a lab in the centre. 1, 2, 3, 2. And you can just go, hey, would you input into there? And would you input into there, please? No. With the whole... a power cable next door. And a power cable further out than that. But from here. Quite difficult to see when you're zoomed right in. I hadn't realised that. I hadn't realised just how difficult it is to actually see what's going on. But there we go. Boom. And then we need to tell this to be red science. Then we need to tell this to be science. Click. And there we go. We are creating more science. We have our science carrying on. which is awesome. We have some science labs up and running. The only thing we need to do is sort out our refineries, which I will do in the next episode, because I want to also figure out how you convert oil into refined oil into all the other things. But we also have accumulators as well, which is quite useful. I need. Actually, I've unlocked so many things, and I don't know what to do with them. I've got so many different things here. We didn't have a chemical plant. Yeah, I'm sure in the chemical plant you use oil in the chemical plant to make this stuff. Yeah. You also need hydrogen by the looks of it. And you get hydrogen from also breaking down oil, which was the confusing thing, because I thought you needed water for it, but I don't know how that works. That is not in a refinery, is it? I don't think it's in a refinery. How do you break down sulfuric acid? Well, chemical factory. Can't see oil in here, so I don't know how to get down to that alternate recipe. And that crude oil into. Oh no, because we're making hydrogen here. Dole. My brain. Okay, so we'll leave this one here. We're getting our science going again. We'll have drive unlocked in just a moment. And then we can go to other planets and have a look at other planets and stuff. There we go. You can now sail. Awesome. But I will stock up on some...
You have received the ability to sail. Double-click the space key to lift off to enter the flight mode. And keep pressing the forward direction and space keys in the flight mode. And you will enter the sailing mode when you reach a certain altitude.
Awesome. So we can fly between worlds, and our worlds are pretty good actually. We've got there's us there. Check north. There we go. There's us there. We also have, and we got our gas giant, which is fire ice and hydrogen. That could be quite useful. I don't think you actually use the star for anything. It does tell you how much you've got in the entire solar system. That's cool. I don't know why crude oil is also highlighted. That's a bit weird. But that's fine. We've got the Gamma Celi 3, which contains a lot of titanium, which is awesome. That's good. Not much coal, but a lot of titanium, and it has a very high construction area because it's an ice world. It's completely iced out, so that's quite cool. And then we have Gamma Celi 4, which is a desert world by the looks of it. Has no titanium, has a lot of stone, a lot of silica. So we're definitely going to have to be going backwards and forwards doing things from different worlds, different places, which is fine. But right now, we'll leave this here, and we shall come back next time, and we'll do some more oil stuff and get that going, and then we'll have a look at other worlds. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.